Hi, my name is Veronica LeBeau-Bushee, but my friends call me Ronnie. This is my interpersonal communications project for Liberty University's HSCO 508 slide. I'm studying for my master's in human services with a concentration on addiction and recovery. I'm a counselor presently at a men's halfway house in Massachusetts, and I'm preparing myself to become a director, either clinical or program director of a substance abuse program. Slide. I have my KDAC, which means I'm a certified alcohol addictions counselor, and I also have my LADAC, which means I'm a licensed alcohol addictions counselor in Massachusetts. I'm 65 years old. I'm married and I have 3 children and 4 grandchildren. Slide. My overarching goals are to become a level 1 listener, and that means to be an empathetic listener. That means envisioning another's perspective, and it's the cornerstone of understanding. I also aspire to become more effective as a counselor by applying interpersonal communication skills learned in this class, by experiencing the other while maintaining myself. Also, I'd like to be able to enlarge the conversation between me and my clients. Enlarging the conversation to include the other's vision and understanding, asking questions for clarity, and broadening my perspective. The thing about enlarging the conversation is that in my position, I have to elicit information from my clients. And this tools that I learned in this class are very helpful to enable me to do that. Slide. We studied the DISC model of personality blends. D is active, it's task oriented. It means it's directing, determined, and doing. I is active also, but it's people oriented, and that's inspiring, interactive, and influencing. S is passive, but it's also people oriented, and it determines steadiness, stability, and specialist. C, also passive, is task oriented, which is competent, careful, and contemplative. Slide. This graph that you're seeing is the graph of me, and as you can see, I'm midway in most of the DISC model, except for the C. I'm a very high C, which means that I'm passive and task oriented, which makes me a great team player. But the D and the S is also prominent in my personality, which means that I can make decisions and be decisive when it comes down to that I need to be. Slide. My personality blend, I'm a CDS personality type, which means that I'm competent, determined, and a specialist. I would say those are attributes of my personality. Slide. My communication barriers is that I can oftentimes be critical, directing, and specialist as well. This is where specialist can be negative as well as positive, because I know so much about my subject sometimes that I just second guess my whoever I'm listening to, and determine what they're about to say before they say it. Slide. Resources and strategies. I like the talker listening card. It gives everybody a turn. It makes it seem that the listener can be valued, and whatever he says has validity. At the same time, it enables the talker to have a turn to express his viewpoints. The TLC, or the talker listening card, means talking without accusing, attacking, or labeling, and listening without agreeing, disagreeing, or advising. Slide. Other resources and strategies is learning to listen. Listen at level 1, which is, I think, everybody's Well, I guess everybody would like to listen at a level 1 because that's empathic listening. That's when you can stand, put yourself in the other person's shoes, understand what they're saying from their vantage point without making any type of judgments. And listening to the whole message, right? With not making judgments or not making calls or come to decisions before the talker has a chance to finish what they're saying completely. Now, the other strategies, the other strategies and resources are avoiding communication traps. That's ritual listening, that's asking for one-word answers, and that's Perry Masons, such as asking questions when you know the answer to them, and following the how to listen better techniques, some of which are to use open-ended questions, don't parrot or repeat over and over, and decode statements. Slide. My action plan is to use the TLC card. It's one thing to know it, but it's another to use it to its effectiveness. 2, to listen at level 1. I can't stress that too much because that is the essence of effective listening at a level 1. And be aware of the how to listen better techniques that were taught in Peterson's. My action plan is also to become an empathetic listener, to analyze what is being said non-verbally, in other words, to see body language and be able to interpret it, and to hold the rebuttal. In other words, hold my peace until whoever is speaking has finished saying what they're saying. Slide. My conclusion, this has been an extraordinary journey into the realm of communications. It has helped me become a better counselor and co-worker. It's helped me to become a better wife and mother, because now at least I can have my family get a word in edgewise. And then there are my references. Slide. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope it has been informative to you. And period. I'm done. Can you cut that off?